Everything from overlanding in your stock rig to full-on LS-powered 2 buggies on stickies. This is the Total Offroad Podcast. I'm your host, Steve.
And I'm Ian, and we are here with episode number 39. It's for all you folks that just can't quite handle 40. Hey, we're in the 40-plus club now, bud. So we're good.
I've been in the 40-plus club for a while. I didn't think about this.
We're in the 40s.
The other day,
40s plus.
When Brad was giving me shit all the time about not having Foudies.
That's what he does.
But I had Foudies the whole time.
Did you have Foudies?
I've had 40s for like...
years?
How long? When did I buy them off of Derek? Mid-2019? Yeah.
Back when we could... I remember that because we went and ate seafood that night.
Oh, God, that was good.
It was good.
You're right. Man, see, that was a while ago.
We went to Mr. Crab.
Mr. Crab.
Yeah, it's way before COVID. COVID wasn't even a thing.
COVID wasn't even a thing at all. Not even a glimmer.
We could go eat fresh seafood.
Oh my God. Did you go back and listen to episode 4?
I didn't. I was going to, but I forgot.
It was so wonderful. At like 6 minutes and 50 seconds, I'm like, if this is how 2020 is going to be, I'm going to take a big old thing of Commodose and catch you guys catch you guys next year.
Boy, you would have been minty there, eh? Boy.
I should have definitely done that.
I mean, you missed your birth of your child, but like,
yeah, that's the only downside.
You know what I mean? Like, is it a trade off?
You wake up a year later, you're like, is Jeep done? Oh, it's not.
Nobody finished this son of a bitch while I was in a coma.
All right, what I missed?
Dang it.
COVID.
Oh, never heard of her. Sounds like a bitch though.
She definitely is a bitch.
Yes.
God, yeah, that would have been great. I should have
foreshadowing.
I should have got some of that foreshadowing. That's what it was.
The life we live.
So what'd you do this week?
Nothing. That's literally it.
Did you play on the internet at all?
I don't really have much to look up.
Like,
it's kind of fucked up to say, but I mean, not a little bit, but I mean,
was there a special episode that you may not have listened to? God, that pisses me off.
What, that I didn't listen to it?
Yeah. Because I sent it to you early and everything.
I know. That's why, like, you sent it to me, and I was like, why the fuck are you sending me this? I don't listen to this shit.
Fucking listen to it.
I need to listen to it.
I've listened to it. I bet you I've listened to it over a dozen times.
That's why you are the audio producer.
Yeah, I just listened to it because I liked it.
I like the intro.
Yeah.
I think
the rest of the episode's good.
Yeah. Okay.
It's golden.
See, I take your word for it. It's honesty. It's a good policy.
Wait till you get this week's.
I'm going to listen to this week's. It's going to be entertaining. I promise you I will listen to it.
It's going to be a nightmare.
If it's going to be awesome when
it was 30 minutes long. By the time I get done editing, it's going to be like 18 minutes.
It's got to be sub 30.
I got to take all the lulls out.
Yeah. Sub 30 is how I've been advertising the midweek minis. 30 minutes or less, guaranteed. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, did you know that Ian and Steve were the ones that doing it? Good chance it'll be 45 minutes in no time.
45 minutes. Shut up. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
We're going to try to keep it under 30.
So, I didn't do too many things. Gosh, do I get it out now? I feel like this would be a good way to kick the show off. Let's get this. Let's get this mini-sode evidence out of the way. Hold on, I can't move with my headphones on.
I'll fill the dead space with what I did this week. I watched TV. I watched some YouTube. I watched YouTube on my TV. I actually was watching YouTube on TV and YouTube on my phone at the same time, if you can believe that shit.
If a guy would have refrigerated this, it would have been a lot better.
Well, it was a minute ago you got here. You were toting
either fill the space or hit the pause right back.
I'll fill the space. So I'm still fighting my steering issue. I bypassed the Hydro Boost valve and was running it in the driveway. It still feels like I've got resistance or something in the steering. But I don't know what else that could be caused from. But I threw up a video on the Trail Riders page. If you're not on there, you should answer the questions, join that, watch the video. It sounds like I have some kind of whooshing noise coming from the orbital. So that's where we're going to head to diagnose things. So Steve is back. Thank God. Because I am out of things that I've done this week already. Yes.
How are we going to put on a 2-hour episode if you are already out of things to talk about?
The only thing I did was fuck with my steering, and that was literally earlier this evening.
Good thing I didn't stop by the bathroom to take a piss.
And I have I have that whooshing sound in my orbital.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Oh,
it sounds like
you sent it to me. I'm like, I don't know what this means.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, just
Shelby said he didn't hear anything with it, but he's old, so I don't know what I don't know what to tell you.
Temperature sound up.
I told him fucking old bastard.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you?
Yeah, because I'm out of excitement.
Here's your. Check that.
I got a sticker.
Yes.
Rig Times. That's a high quality vinyl sticker, right?
I know,
there.
and it's like matte finish.
It's dope.
It's a lot like the matte finish Beaten Up Baby stickers you got.
Yes.
I like the matte finish a lot. Isn't that a cool?
So he
cool
sent us, not sended it.
He sended us.
Oh God, we got all the stickers, the little ones.
Yeah,
those are awesome.
Can't get the other one out.
Here you go.
There's another little one in here. I gotta get. Anyway, all right, ready?
Just like brought a box of shit today. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, grinder mount.
Grinder mount from ORA. You see how big it is?
It's large and in charge.
That's the XLs that he built for me for my buffers.
Nice. Is he going to carry these on the webpage?
They're on there.
No.
No, they're not on there. You have to, when you order your grinder mount in the notes, you have to put XL. All right, you ready for the next thing?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Let me put this down.
And the next
this
part.
Is your thing.
That's my tower.
That's good looking though.
I know.
Like it's good looking.
It's sturdy.
Yeah, it ain't going to go anywhere.
I don't know if I cut it down or not. I may have to cut it down to put it on top of my truss. But I got to figure that out.
So you need it flat to go on the top of your truss?
I probably will be, yeah.
Oh, that won't be hard to do.
No. Just well, yeah, and look how tall it is. You imagine that sitting on top of the pumpkin?
Yeah, I'm already running into problems, and my shit's like half this tall.
I mean, if I can squeeze it up between all of the things up in the center, it'll be okay. But
I like it. That's beefy. It looks good, though. I like the shit cut out of the center. Gives it a good look.
I'm going to keep the biggest things here for last.
The biggins?
The biggins. But check these out. These are awesome. Do you have some of these?
Yep.
You do?
They're already on the truck.
Oh, do you? You know what? I feel like I remember seeing them on there.
Sucks about you.
What do you think of them?
Give me something new. So I really like these.
Tell the listeners what you're looking at.
Because you can. So these are I don't know what he actually calls them. These are the little plates that you would weld on to anything you need to run a hose down.
Yep.
So I've got my fuel lines because it's got 4 zip tie holes. These are the larger ones, not the little ones. But you know what I really like? If you cut those in half this way, they're a double-sided, just little mini tab where you don't need like holy shit securement.
Yeah.
Just need
half the shit securement. So yeah, you just cut them down.
Yeah.
Slice them down real quick.
Yep.
I like that. And then you have 8 of them.
Yep.
Instead of 4.
Because I did that on a couple where I'm like, I don't
need double down on the zip ties.
I don't need a shit ton of securement there. I just need, 2 or 3 hoses, couple.
Can you handle this part?
I'm ready for it.
Okay.
I need some excitement in my life.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I didn't take these ones out of the package.
Okay.
But you can see what they are.
Oh. Well, they look like Max tie downs for your axles.
Oh, no, they're way better than that.
Oh, they're not Max because they're ORA brand.
Because they didn't cost me $100.
They're affordable and they look badass.
If you recall back to the episode right before we became partners with ORA, when I was talking mad shit about like, I'm going to buy a set as soon as he comes in on them prices. Well, got those for 25% off on last week's.
Yeah, because he's selling everything for 25% off, which is ridiculous.
Banging deal. I wanted to advertise for like us, and I'm like, well, I can't compete with that.
Nope.
So
this week you can.
Yeah.
Losers.
Oh, yeah, because this week there's no deal.
No deal.
I actually, in my feed, some other company came up.
Yep.
And they were selling something similar to what he sells. And I sent him a screenshot of it. And I was like, look at this. And I said, somebody outbid you in your ad spend. And he's like, well, I didn't run an ad this week. So he's like, but yeah, that shit showed up in mine as well.
It will never happen again.
I don't know if it'll ever happen. Like, never happen. Get it out of my box.
Sorry, I was getting right.
Don't be.
I was getting comfortable. I'm actually surprised you still have more shit in there, to be honest with you.
I got one more shit.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I think I told you about this.
No, we were done with show.
I think I may have told you about this, but are you ready for this?
I'm about as ready as I can be, unless you. No, I'm not closing my eyes. I'm going to get hit in the head with something.
I'm not going to throw it at you. I'm going to put it in your hand. Close your eyes. Keep them closed.
If this is a dirty product, I'm going to be, it's cold.
Yeah. Check it out.
Does it feel? Oh, it's not wet.
No.
Ooh, it's a little wet. There's a little wetness. What? I mean,
no, that's
is this a novelty product?
No, the price wasn't novelty either.
Well, I'd imagine it's not. I mean, the fucking thing weighs 24 pounds.
That's also an axle tab, but it's out of 3/8. Just in case you're afraid your shit's gonna get away.
What in the absolute Sam's hell did you think you needed this for?
It's flat instead of curved. And so I got it to just in case I need to use it on the 9-inch for all the flat spot on the 9-inch.
Holy Lord.
But she's a tank.
But yes, we're looking at the axle tie down bracket.
These are the HD.
Except it's fucking 3/8 plate.
It's 3/8 plate axle tab. Like axle tie down, yeah.
Oh my God, this thing
is that thing rowdy?
It's nice looking though. It's very symmetrical.
Oh
it's
yeah.
Not. Yeah.
The way that they crimped or that
that's a good looking display piece.
Broke it. It's gonna be displayed right on the back of Loki.
Enlarged to show detail.
This is the one where you like roll your shit down a hill like a cliff on the trailer.
Yeah,
and like it gets to the end and everything like the Jeep's gone, and the axle's still attached to the trailer.
And you're like, whoa. That would rip off of the axle, and that's just hooked to a strap.
Still hooked to the strap.
Like, how did the strap not break? Well, don't ask questions.
Yep.
Well, you told me about that, but until I see it in person.
Now we see why it was $1,750.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still not bad for what you got there.
She's rowdy.
She's beef.
Yeah, if I don't end up using this, if I'm able to use all of these, I'll
buy 4
give
of
these
those?
to Matt too. Just 2 of them.
Oh, okay.
2 of these big ones, and then 4 of the regular.
You could always just put that in the center as like a center tie down for like a suck down point for your winch. You could.
Jeez, that's a little overkill, isn't it?
Is it though?
3/8?
I got 1-inch plate D-ring thing on my axle.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. You could use that.
You could use this as a dam. If these edges weren't so sharp, you could use it as a recovery point.
Well,
you can't get
you could put a shackle.
You could get a shackle,
like a metal shackle in there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, you could definitely do that.
So I mean,
if you put that,
take the end of your winch, put it through a metal shackle, and then you go, and then you hook the 2 together for a suck down.
Well, not a terrible idea.
I have good ideas once in a week.
Every now and again. Okay.
Just went through the fucking floor and is now in the crawl space.
Exactly. So,
what else you got? God, I'm glad you did stuff this week because I didn't do.
I just bought stuff.
That's fine. I didn't even buy anything.
Check this out. You ready?
Yeah. Doodled
in color, like full color, Carmen doodle of Oliver. This is Oliver.
Oliver the owl.
Oliver the owl.
You should cut that out.
I'm going to keep these, yeah. And then this one over here. I don't know. She doesn't listen to the podcast apparently.
Okay.
Because she doodled on my box and she doodled a burger, an ice cream cone, and some fries. And I'm like, nugs. There's no nugs in here.
Yeah, we don't do the cheeseburger. We do the nugs.
I sent him that. I was like, so apparently she doesn't listen to the podcast because there's no nugs.
Why is the
box.
podcast not playing over the loudspeaker in the shop?
That's what I'm kind of wondering.
Just asking questions for a friend.
Yeah, just curious.
Okay.
That's all my metal parts.
I did ask if I dropped my rig off, would it come back in like a custom doodled box?
Oh my God.
I didn't say no.
Your whole rig?
Yeah.
A custom doodled crate?
Yeah. I'm looking for somebody to take on my buggy as like a pity project.
Uh-huh.
And like this guy is getting his ass whooped from like 17 directions right now.
Oh my God. I feel like Berkey should be the one that
I think we should take his buggy and we're going to hook him up and we're going to like
get it right.
Finish the details.
Finish getting the fucker running.
Dude.
Hey, wait a minute. Whoa.
Yes.
Did you forget?
I forget a lot of shit.
You were supposed to do something this week.
That would be.
So Monday you didn't do anything because everybody's closed.
Yep.
Tuesday you were supposed to call about your steering.
Yep.
Did you call?
You don't want to know how that went.
And Wednesday you were supposed to call Brannick.
Oh, I didn't do that.
This would have been so much better of a podcast.
Tuesday was such a letdown that Wednesday I was like, fuck this motherfucker. Like, no, you don't want to spend money on something that's pissing you off.
So what happened on Tuesday?
It was a bad day.
Like nobody could help you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Really?
Yep.
They're just like, I don't know.
Pretty much.
Well, that doesn't work very well.
It doesn't work for me.
What's the deal?
I don't know.
You don't know.
The problem is when everything's hooked up, you have like dead spots. Like it gets hard and then gets soft. It gets hard and soft. And the entire time it's doing that, you get this like whooshing sound from the orbital, which does not seem normal or like any other orbital I've ever heard. Usually they're silent. So I don't know.
And I can't speak to that because I haven't used an orbital in mine. It's been a while since I've heard like Matt's. And most of the guys that run them in the engine bay. Not under the
A
dash.
lot of them run them right in the
your
fucking
buggy
steering
guys,
column.
the guys that the orbitals that I've dealt with have been mounted outside.
But I mean, like buggy guys run them right there.
Right.
So like,
should it not be making a
I
whooshing
don't
noise?
hear it's like a, but it's not.
It's
constant.
just it's fluid flow.
It sounds like
you
something's
would know
going
though
on.
because you work on the implements and shit all the
And
time.
you don't hear that.
Really?
You don't.
So do you just still have air?
How the hell's air get trapped in an orbital valve?
I have no idea.
That makes a lot of us.
You got that valve from Berkey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's brand new.
Oh man.
So, yeah.
That's how your phone call went.
That's about how it went. Yeah.
What?
So what do? I've replaced the pump. I've replaced the hydro boost. I now have a brand new orbital valve.
Yeah.
The cooler's brand new. The fucking ram goes back and forth like it's a simple ram. Don't get it. It does it with the tires hooked up. It does it with the tires unhooked. So it's not like a lid. It
the
simplifies
ram
it
like
with the
yeah.
You can feel it in the steering wheel.
Right, taking the load off the ram doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, I mean it's a little less noticeable.
Right,
but I mean you're not
load.
turning a fucking tire, but you don't have that load.
Huh?
Don't know,
dude. That's weird. And see, so that's how Loki is. Same thing. But maybe yours sounds like it might be a little bit worse. Mine's fine. It'll steer as long as you're not like whipping it. Like.
So if you get steering happy, like get real fast with it, it's not responsive.
You go to dodge something, it's not responsive.
Yours is probably because your pump doesn't have enough.
Yes,
whoop ass to it.
That seems to be the case. Is they don't have enough flow.
But I have a CBR
pressure.
pump that it's flow. Flow is your problem. Pressure is constant. Flow is what changes that responsiveness.
I got you.
It's being able to push that fluid.
Do I need
faster.
a different?
You need a higher output pump.
Oh, damn.
What kind of pump? I mean, you're just running like a factory pump or something.
Factory pump.
Yeah.
I need a higher output pump.
Higher flow rated pump.
We'll get to that.
But I've been told that I can plumb mine directly to the orbital and then to the hydro boost, and you will have more like direct flow to the steering, and then the brakes will be secondary. But I refuse to accept that as an answer to my problem because everybody else says this is how they mostly run their shit. So
yeah,
why does it work for them but not my shit? Something's wrong.
You're missing something.
So I don't want to band-aid it going a different direction.
Right.
The other option is to run a gear pump, like a literal gear-driven pump. It's like not like gear-driven. Yeah. It's a belt-driven, but a gear drive pump that is like fucking whoop ass as far as the flow rate.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're talking shit that like full blown race cars are running. So, which is fine, but it's like $600 fucking dollars for a pump. And I literally have a brand new, I don't know, $400 or $500 PSC CBR pump that should work.
Yeah. Which they said was made for it.
Yeah. That's what I don't understand. That's what I don't understand. Like maybe that one's better, cool, whatever.
Right.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But like everything I have is brand fucking new. Everything I have is like supposed to work together correctly. Why the fuck doesn't it? That's my problem. Like I refuse to change anything on it because it should work how it is currently. So
you're not wrong.
But and people are like, oh, just fucking scrap it and go with this pump. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. But are you going to pay the $600 that like this brand new fucking pump cost me to that I'm just going to throw on the shelf? And because it should work how it is. That's my problem. Like,
well, yeah, like you bought the pump that they said was for that, and you bought the orbital valve from Berkey. You bought the brake booster from Berkey.
Willwood brakes with the hydro boost supported and flowed.
But like all the components are matched.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Either A, you've got air in the lines,
but it's self-bleeding essentially.
Right, but how long do you have to sit there and work it before it's bled?
Well, I drove it around for 4 days in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
and it's no better.
But is it one of those deals where you need to like turn it all the way to lock one way and let it hang? And then shut it down and come back 30 minutes later, then fire it back up, and then go back the other way to lock and let it sit? I don't know either.
Nobody's come up with any MacGyver fucking bleeding
Proper
procedure.
Is this like that forklift from many episodes ago? The one that had like the wild ass bleeding procedure?
Oh.
Well, you remember that one?
Yeah, where you got to like push the brake pedal all the way down, bring it halfway up, up and down like 3 times, and then full stroke up. Yeah, it was stupid. You know, I have since fucked with those many a times now, and I have the easiest way to bleed those is to take that direction and throw it out the fucking window, and you just put fucking fluid in the master cylinder and hook a vacuum bleeder to it, and you just suck the living shit out of it, and eventually primo breaks. But this
that was great.
So,
though.
From what I know, I did my bleeding over like 3 days initially. I put fluid in the reservoir and I just let it like self bleed down into the shit because the air will rise up. Eventually, it quits taking fluid. So you like put a little fluid in, go do something else, and you come back, put more fluid in, come back, and then eventually. Cool. It's filled up the hoses to the pump. Then you take the pump and you can sit there and spin the pump a little bit to kind of pre-lube the pump essentially. But you get some air bubbles that come back out. Eventually you don't have more air bubbles. And you're like, all right, cool. Throw the belt on. And then I'll fucking bump it a couple times to kind of give it, you know, pump pressure to get through the lines. And then I'll fire it off and eventually there's no more air bubbles. And that's what I don't understand is like I don't have any air bubbles. I don't have any foaming or any of that from in the fluid, but I don't know.
Oh, so your fluid in your reservoir is nice and clear?
Oh, yeah. Huh. It's like it's not bubbling like there's airflow, but that sure as shit what that like.
It's not frothy. That's what that sounds like though. Or like there's a restriction of some sort. Huh.
So
did you forget to take the little plastic cap out?
Well, one would think that you have to take that out to get the fitting in.
I don't know, man.
Dude, I don't
How's that saying go?
Like, don't buy a fucking rock crawler if you want any kind of sanity in your life.
I was thinking like, if you want it done right, do it yourself. And then the person's like, whoever made that saying up didn't take into account that myself is an idiot.
Yep. I'll fuck shit up. Well, that's my problem. I guarantee you there's something fucked up. But nobody sure the fuck can help me go where I'm at. And I out of ideas.
Who was it I was talking to the other day said that, I don't remember who it was. I was talking to somebody the other day and they said something about their like grandpa told them the best thing they'd ever heard. It was one of the, anyway, he used to tell them it was like a saying. He used to say it was, you could fuck up a ball bearing with a rubber mallet. I feel like it was
it's like
Andrew.
You can fuck up a good train wreck.
Yeah. Something on that.
You can fuck up a wet dream.
A wet dream. Yep. But I like that. Like you could fuck up a ball bearing with a rubber mallet.
I mean, it's definitely wouldn't put it past myself some days. My problem is it's so hard to get motivated to work on it.
When it doesn't, just keep fighting.
Because that's what I did for the Oklahoma. I got everything else done and got to that. And then I'm like, yeah, it still steers like assholes. So I'm just kind of done.
There's got to be a reason. Something going on there.
Yep.
Obviously.
Nobody gives a shit to figure it out or nobody knows. One of the three.
Can't be. Like you use all the same components as all of the other buggies.
That's why I went with what I went with.
You need to start calling your buggy friends.
Yep.
Figure it out.
I don't know.
Somebody knows.
Somebody does know.
Buggy friends on the podcast.
Help.
Ian needs you.
I need a guy that's really smart, that likes to work for really cheap. I was going to say free, but not free, like really cheap. That's like, you know what? You just bring your buggy here and I will check this out and figure out some other little things that are wrong with it for you.
Yeah. That'd be
like some suspension angles and stuff. And
trade you out.
Yeah.
Work for work. You good at steering? I'm good at something else. Yeah, I shave you 14 bolts.
I can grind and sweep a 4.
There you go.
I want to get the suspension dialed in, but I can't do that because I can't steer the fucking thing.
So yeah,
smoothly.
That does make it difficult.
Yep. I got a brake. I think my brake bleeder is leaking. I don't know how that just happens, but it does. I'm just so annoyed with this steering problem because I've been fucking with this for like 2 straight months and I'm literally no closer to figuring anything out.
Frustrating.
Yep.
You should just take it to complete off-road like I did and say, here, fix this.
I would. But you never know.
I mean, I had it a little easier. Mine was easy to get there. It didn't cost me very much.
I'll put it on a trailer and I'll take it wherever.
Just drop it off.
But like somebody has to work on it for a reasonable price when it gets there. You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna be like your axle. They're just kind of like, oh, okay, there's an axle. But like, here's a full size vehicle. Yeah, can you just come tow this out of the way and you just put it in your tow lot? Fuck that guy. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, that didn't work out how I thought it was going to. So you see what I'm saying? There's like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
So last week's episode, I talked about.
I got one more thing real fast.
Oh, go for it.
So this ties off of what we were just
segueing.
talking about, and then I'll throw it back to you. I'll give you the.
Okay.
So somebody needs to make this happen. I'm not smart enough to do it.
Okay.
But I've had the idea of like a fix my buggy inspection program.
A fix my buggy inspection program.
Yep. I think that's a good title for it.
Okay.
So you build your rig, get it all as relatively done as it can be, right?
Take it to the race.
You just take it to this guy.
Oh.
Whoever this guy is that wants to take this on. Here's a couple $100. I'll pay you a couple $100. You give it a once over, take it around, flex it out, drive it around the block, whatever the fuck you want to do.
And then you mark down all the things.
Give it a once over and go, all right, I would move this suspension link here to get a little bit more flex, or I would change your spring rates to get this, or, well, you could change this to tie into that. Whatever.
So it's like a home inspection for your buggy.
Yeah. But like,
that's kind of cool.
Right?
Who doesn't, I mean, like, they would have to do it in 2 hours time to make it lucrative.
I don't care. I mean, like, it would be invaluable for me to take my shit to somebody right now that like legitimately knew their shit.
Does buggy stuff. Yeah.
Like drop it off and sit there. And then like, you just look it over. You just give it a good, like once over, maybe flex it out. We flex it out or one, you don't even have to go out and rock crawl it. Flex it out on like an RTI ramp or a little ramp or something. Loading dock or whatever. Yeah. Check some clearances, check some flex angles, check some like body roll and shit, and go, well, I would run a different spring rate here. I would adjust this here. I'd move this here, blah, 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 blah. Thanks for coming. Because like
your steering doesn't work. So we got to figure that out.
Somebody that gives you the once over and goes, well, this line's hooked up wrong, dumbass. And I'd go, thank you,
And there we have it.
Or, oh, I would run this here instead of running it here because of this. Or I would move this to here.
Or this is a serious problem. We need to diag it.
Yep. Oh, your suspension doesn't flex worth a shit. So I would move your upper link mounts to here and blah, 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 whatever. Couple $300-400, $500, whatever. Here's a few $100, couple hours of your day, half a day, whatever. Somebody needs to do that.
I kind of like that.
It's subjective at a point.
Well, yeah, but
because like my opinion's different than your opinion.
Right.
So like, not that I know everything, but like if I inspect a vehicle, I'm going to look at different shit. I'm going to suggest different stuff. I'm going to do things a different way than you will.
Yeah.
But if I don't like the way you do your shit, I'm not going to pay you $500 to look at my shit.
Right.
And I don't have to change everything you say.
Right.
It's just a suggestive. It's just like going to a fucking mechanic, dude.
Right.
All this needs fixed. Okay. No, it doesn't. Like, no shit. But you can take 3 of the 5 things that probably need fixed.
Right.
So you do the same concept. It's just getting that fresh set of like professional eyes on it.
It's just like having a contractor come in to do a home inspection.
Oh yeah.
You're like this. You're like, okay, well, I don't need cover plates on the outlets in the garage. I can do that when I move in.
Yep.
Like I'm not worried about that. Let me thank you for noting that, but I don't need it.
But I don't care.
Like I don't need plastic in the crawl space yet because I'm going to do it differently than the previous owner did. And it's like, yeah, you need like somebody to come in and go, okay, here's how I would have built this.
Yep.
This is what I would change given what I have already.
Yep.
And you can do with that what you will.
I'm not looking for somebody to be like, you need a whole new chassis.
Well, yeah, you don't want that.
Fucking thanks.
Well,
but
no
you know
shit,
what I mean?
Sherlock.
Like,
I didn't pay 20 grand for it, so
thanks.
it's like
But
half
like,
bouncer, half crawler.
If you could change, like, oh, maybe I'd move this suspension tab over here and you'll get better flex for whatever. Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't think about that.
Right.
Or whatever. There's so much plethora of shit that somebody good would look at in 4 or 5 hours.
And if you had like somebody that has a home built chassis that maybe it's their first or second chassis, and they get down to this guy to inspect it, and he's like, "Hey, everything looks pretty good. Like this will get you by. You know, ask what you're doing with it. Gets a feel for that." And then he checks and he's like, "Hey, look, if you don't put a triangulation in this cage right here, the first time you roll this, it's just gonna you're gonna pretzel that shit.
Fact.
So you're gonna need to do like that."
I mean, just all kinds of suggestions.
That'd be rad. I think Jake Berkey should take this on.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the shop. He has the knowledge.
But what's it? I mean, like, no
Is
kidding.
$100 an hour not enough?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I could drop my shit off in like half a day, 3/4 of a day, whatever, stand there and just listen, and it's gonna go one or two ways. You're gonna piss somebody off, and somebody's gonna be happy. Like, it's gonna happen because you're gonna. Well, I would redo this rear back end, the whole back end of this, blah blah blah, and you're like, that's cool. You don't have to do everything that I say. It's literally, like you said, a fucking home inspection.
Yep.
Take it for what it is.
Yeah.
You wanted somebody to give their opinion. If you don't like the guy, then don't take your shit there.
But I don't feel like there's a resource right now for that.
There's
definitely a hole in the market for what you're talking about. And the more people that are building like homebrewed chassis might be interested into something like that, maybe.
My problem is I don't want to get done with this and just half-ass something on it and then go, I don't like it. I want something different.
Yeah.
I'm already that way.
How did you feel about it when you're driving it down there? Minus the steering. Obviously, the steering is fucked.
Oh, I loved it. I mean, I got to flex it out a little bit. Got to shit stomp it up a couple hills.
Yeah.
Like, it rode good. It felt good.
Did it?
It was comfortable to sit in and drive. I mean, the whole cab thing.
How did it soak up the bumps?
AC sucked. Originally, the rear was too low.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you would start you'd hit like a good bump in the rear, it would bottom out.
Yeah.
Because
and that was metal on metal?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was a little.
How that suspension.
It felt good. I know what you were going for. Yeah. The suspension seats definitely absorbed that. But yeah, because it wasn't like bone shattering, but we also weren't doing like desert speeds or something.
Oh my God. Speaking of bone shattering.
No.
I was on my way home today.
Yep.
And I took the back roads back to avoid the tolls.
Yep.
And I was bebopped to this little town. And I had been on this road for like a few miles, and they've been doing road work on it. And I come to the edge of the town, leaving the town, and I'm doing like 30, I think it was like 30, 35, because that was the speed limit.
Uh-huh.
And it says bump. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
Well, like, thanks for the warning.
I've seen the bumps. Did I hit that motherfucker? I thought I broke all my wheels.
What were you driving?
The van. It was bad.
Blowed her out. Full on blowout.
I watched the dash for like 5 miles, like waiting for the tire light to come on. Because like I'm like, surely that either bent or cracked a wheel.
Huh.
Because I've never hit an approach that bad. Like, you can't even fucking call that an approach.
They called it a bump.
The fuck it is.
There's a curb.
Yeah, brick wall ahead.
Yeah, curb ahead.
Curb in the middle of the road.
What you done? You just driving down the road.
Jesus.
This fucking sign says curb. What the fuck? Like, hold the fuck up. You know?
It would have been nice if it said like
curb.
Yeah, like
you're about to jump a curb, dude.
God, I mean, because those signs are so. It just says bump. You're like, okay.
Well, we've all hit those signs before, and you're like bump, and you're like, was that it?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't
really.
That wouldn't even. Yeah, it wasn't even worth putting a sign out. And then this one here
was the Holy Grail.
God, it was so. But I bet that. So when you're doing road work, you have the milled out section of the road they take the asphalt out.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the other part of the road that they're not working on.
Yep.
And then there's an approach.
Yeah.
That they put in of asphalt.
Yep.
After they get done milling.
Did they just forget to put it in?
Oh no, it was there.
Oh, it's just real bad.
Standard approach is 3 to 5 feet.
Yep.
It's like a foot for every inch.
This was a BMX jump.
This was a 45-degree angle from the top of whatever asphalt was there to the bottom, and it was just like, I don't know, probably 4 inches tall or some shit.
That was a Friday approach. That was hurry up, throw her down. We gotta go.
Yep, we gotta go. We got any more asphalt? Nope, that's all we got.
That's all we got. All right, put it down. It'll work.
God, it was bad. I haven't looked at the wheels yet.
I don't. Just don't.
It wasn't shaking, so I was like, whatever.
God. But no, it felt good. So what I do? So I lifted an ass end up with a high lift and adjusted the rear suspension a little bit, put a little bit of preload in the springs, and then drove it around. It raised me up. I raised it up about 2 inches in the rear, and it rode pretty good.
Can you clearance anything in the back to make room for that bump stop to go up?
Okay, I'm gonna go with a no, but where there's a will, there's a way.
Obviously,
hence my needing a buggy inspection. Because I could ask a professional, be like, "This is what I want to do here." Right. Blah 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 blah, and they're like, "Oh, they'll do this." Bump stops. Where do I put a fucking hydraulic bump stop on the back of that? I don't know.
This area.
So yeah, somewhere back there with all the other fucking stuff.
Does the 2 inches taller bug you, or is that good?
The 2-inch up bothers me because the front was already lower than the rear.
Oh.
And I want to keep it as low as possible because I don't want a big dumb tall mud truck.
What was it hitting in the back?
The top 4-link bar
was hitting.
Like, so I have my Heims mounted horizontally and not vertically in the rear.
Right.
So it's like
there's a big bracket.
And then there's a bolt. Yeah. And then there's a bolt on the top. It was hitting that bolt on the bottom
tube.
God
damn. So you'd literally have to rehash half the back end. Not half, but a good portion back there.
Open to options.
I mean, to get
I am not fucking around. I will cut things up.
You should call the chassis shop and see if they'll fix that. It's their fault.
Boy, I don't know. The problem is I don't know. At what point is low? Like, eventually.
How low is too low?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
I feel like I would just maybe raise the whole thing up 2 inches and go bum around.
Well, that I did. And it worked fine.
You raised the front as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would just do that, and then I would bum around a little bit, like go to you need to go to the Badlands because it's the perfect proving grounds. It has a mix of everything. Mm-hmm. But you can check your breakover angle.
Yep.
At that height. If you're clearing everything with ease, then maybe you should go down a little bit. If you're still bellying out on some of the obstacles that you want to play on, you're like, all right, never mind. This is going to work just fine.
Yeah.
Maybe you could go up 1 more inch. But
this is true.
You know, that might be something to think about.
Well, I'm going to do that before I cut things up. But
yeah, I think just go out, put a couple runs in. You've fixed it to the point right now where you can get out and actually just kind of mess around.
Yep.
See how you like it.
I need to.
What's your belly height now? 22?
I don't even remember, to be honest.
It's somewhere in that
low
ballpark.
20s. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I parked it next to the old Voodoo Child at Mid-America.
You were a monster truck.
Not as bad as you'd think. The cab was about 2 or 3 inches taller than the top of the roof line.
Was he running 16s on that?
I don't remember.
Oh.
Or I don't know, one of the two.
The coilovers. The reason I asked is you're looking at his coilovers and your coilovers and you're like, wow, those things look huge, but yours are mounted differently.
Mm-hmm.
And they're hidden underneath the cab.
Mm-hmm.
This is hard to tell that they might be the same height.
I don't remember.
They're
probably either 14s or 16s, to be honest. But,
yeah.
But then the belly, he was about 2 or 3 inches taller or lower with his belly than mine was. So,
jeez.
Cab life, bro.
Cab life.
Which at some point, like, it's going to have to be good enough.
How much taller than him you think you were?
A couple inches.
So if you hadn't put the body lift on.
Yeah.
Yep. You'd be there.
Mm-hmm.
But you still wouldn't be as low.
No.
So then if you are actually down where his belly height's at, you would have actually been lower on the cab height.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I would have had so much shit in the floor, it wouldn't even be funny.
God. So bad.
Yeah.
What do you mean so much shit in the floor?
Like the transmission or transfer case is already like close to the bottom of the floor.
Like 3/4 inch, but you wouldn't, but his belly height is lower. Oh, had you not put the body lift on?
Yes.
But even still, if you lower down to his belly height, if you lower your truck down to the same belly height as his,
I don't know if I have that much more down to go.
But yeah, and see, that's why his looks so wild because the coilovers are so mounted so high in the chassis.
Yep, because he pushed that. That was still back when Shelby owned it. They cut the front end of that bitch off, raised the whole nose of it up get everything up. Yeah,
Jesus.
I mean, the problem is I'm trying to compare a tube chassis race car to a tube chassis like trail buggy. Which is fine, but like eventually I have to accept that things are going to be good enough.
It's like building a bouncer and trying to compare it to an Ultra 4.
Yeah.
You're like, yes, they both have their place.
Yep.
But they're not the same.
Yep. So I don't know. I'm happy with it. There needs to be that like final tuning, finishing of a few things, and then my steering problem. But like, dude, I would really love it if somebody had like a inspect my buggy program to just be like, hey, just iFuck it for me.
Yep.
Here's a couple $100.
So
give me a printout of what I need to do. So that's all I got.
Do you know in podcast time? Do you know what today is?
Today is Tuesday.
Yes. Tuesday.
The 15th.
Tuesday the 15th.
Yep.
I'm
off work today.
Do you know what's special about Tuesday the 15th?
No.
It's my birthday.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Are you going to do anything exciting?
My mom called me earlier because, like, we can't do like a whole lot of family shit because of the Rona.
Yep.
And half the family is like, no. And then I've got a baby at home, so we don't want to take anything home if we don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
And we already played on the, danced on the line over the weekend. So my mom called me earlier and she's like, hey, what are you doing Tuesday morning? I was like, oh, like posting shit on Facebook about the
blowing
podcast.
The shit out of the internet.
And she's like, oh, okay, I was going to see if you want to go get breakfast or something. I was like, you want to buy me breakfast? And she's like, yeah. I was like, you could just make me a momlet.
A momlet?
A momlet? My mom makes some fire ass omelets. And that's what I grew up on. Like these omelets that mom made. And so I don't get them anymore.
Mm.
So every now and again, like if I'm going over there, like work at the shop on a weekend or something, I'll call her up like,
omelet.
Make me an omelet. And she's like, oh, I'll make you an omelet. Because dad likes omelets, so he gets them all the time. So she's always got the fixings in the house. Green peppers, ham, mushrooms.
Onions. Little garlic.
Ooh, no garlic, but she gets some.
Prosciutto.
Oh, God.
Bro, how epic do you want to go? Flashbacks. There should be bourbon. Where's the bourbon?
Bourbon with your breakfast?
Yeah.
God, it doesn't sound bad.
No,
Did you see my breakfast this morning?
Yeah, I saw it. It was in a glass.
Oh, God, it was so good. Dude, that bacon, though. That bacon was
that
good.
Bloody Mary was better than the Bloody Mary at the wedding, but I mean, it had like toppings.
Oh, yeah. And it had a better blend. The mix was better.
Yep.
It was definitely delicious. Mike was like, ooh, they've got a Bloody Mary. I was like, fuck.
Or might as well just keep drinking at this point. And hey, still got a hangover.
I woke up early this morning. I woke up at about 6:37.
Were you a little hungover?
No, I don't think so. Because I stopped drinking like 10:30 and then started drinking coffee.
Which is a good idea.
Wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Did you sleep?
Water.
Did you go to sleep? Okay.
Yeah, I went to bed about 1. And then woke back up at like 6:37. And then nobody else is awake yet.
That's the worst.
And I left my phone charger down in the van.
Yep.
So my phone had like 12% battery.
Yep.
And then the wife sent me a Snapchat and I was checking. I opened that up. There's a couple other things. And then she's texting me and I'm like, oh, my phone's like at 2%. And then it died. And I was like, well, I guess I better drag my ass out of bed and head down and go get that phone charger. Yep. So I did. I head down there, got my phone charger, and then I had one of those Pedialyte mix packs, like the powder pack in the sitting in the cup holder. I was like, yeah, that probably wouldn't hurt to have me a Pedialyte this morning.
Get her cleaned up so I can go back home.
Pedialyte Advanced Care Plus with all of the salts.
Should have ran down the road to McDonald's and got some nugs.
Oh, it was on my mind because it was not that far. The McDonald's was like maybe a half mile.
Yeah.
It was pretty close. I was going to go get nugs at night, like on the way, like after we got back to the hotel, where they were talking about having a party. Like, oh, we're going to have a hotel party. We got back there and Carrie and Will went to go change in their room. And then we were going to go in their room because they had a big old suite and had like a living room. And we are going to go in there and chill. Yeah. They shut the door and the door never came back open. I just passed out.
Gee, I wonder what they were doing on their wedding night.
No. It passed out. Oh. Dunzo.
Yep.
It was great.
Yeah.
We're like, where'd they go? But they were both just, they had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did not hold back. I don't know what he tanked of that. I know that Talisker, he pretty well annihilated that.
I saw the bartender put the bottle in the garbage can.
Yeah.
And then high-fived him. So, I mean, I'm just saying it was awesome.
That cup was like 3/4 way full the whole night.
Yeah. She kept it polished off and then literally like poured the last one and then high-fived him and threw the empty bottle in the garbage can.
Jesus. And they polished off, what was it? Not Four Roses. Woodford? What was it? It was something along those lines. Another bourbon that they had there.
So I just thought of this.
Yes, sir.
For the people that don't know,
Oh.
we were at a wedding. If you hadn't figured that out yet.
Dude, we're bad at that.
Yeah, well,
Derek's really good at it. We're really bad at it.
What do you do? Follow along on the Trail Riders page and you would have saw.
You're not? Yes, that's true. Trail Riders page on Facebook.
Check it out.
Throw that in there.
Answer the questions.
And you'll get in. Don't answer the questions and sorry about your luck.
The best part after figuring out that we can change it to that.
Yeah.
I honestly
Don't check it.
Hand on the Bible. Don't look at the member requests anymore.
It's still at 16. They're all the ones that Dylan added.
Mm-hmm.
I told him, I was like, go tell your boys to answer the questions. Otherwise, they're just going to sit in purgatory.
Well, that's the beautiful part. Anybody that answers the questions, automatic in.
Yeah.
You don't answer the questions, I don't even look at you.
Are we still gaining numbers?
I don't. Probably not after we change that. I don't know.
Nobody else gets in. Sorry about your luck.
Yeah, sorry about you. But yeah, we were at a wedding. They finally.
Oh yeah.
Finally
6
had
new
a wedding.
members this week.
Yeah, making.
I didn't add any of them. Did you add them?
Nope. You don't have to.
Still 16 friend requests just chilling in the thing here.
Yeah, 16 idiots. Hey,
And
listen.
see, I
and they're
messaged
like,
some of these people
yeah,
like this guy here. I feel like I messaged this guy. He didn't answer. Nope.
Some people just don't care. They don't want in this.
Well,
party.
we're not friends, so.
Well, you'll have that.
William Rowetter? I don't know.
He's like, yeah, I've been waiting to get to you.
Yeah, William, if you're waiting to get in, man, go back and answer them questions or go. I'm going to add you right now as a friend on Facebook, and then maybe you'll see my message.
It will alert him of the notification.
And then he'll be like, why didn't I get in? I'm like, bro, because you didn't answer the questions. So anyway.
Yeah, we're at a wedding. It was a good time. Drank a lot. Didn't really drink that much, but what do you do? It's a nice wedding. That's literally all I did this weekend.
Right.
Other than bypass the hydro boost and check that to make sure it didn't make a difference, which it didn't. So I'll make another phone call on Monday and we'll see how that goes.
That's what you need to do. You get this figured out so we can get this thing wheeling. There's no way that your shit should not be done before my shit's done.
I agree with that, but here we are on 2 months of steering issues.
So as you can see, I only ordered one tower.
I am intrigued by that now that you mentioned that.
Yes.
So this is the upper link mount.
For the 3-link. I know.
You should use 2 of these and make a 4-link.
You've not come out to help me figure out how we're going to pull that one off yet.
Because I've been busy.
It wouldn't be bad. Like if we could figure out how to pull that off, it'd be pretty cool. But I don't know that's on the top of my list right now. Yep. But I'm thinking I might use it on the driver's side.
Okay.
And I think we can like I think there's more room on the driver's side. Like the whole engine sits more passenger.
Okay.
And then you have the drive shaft and stuff.
Yep.
But the drive shaft really isn't that. There's still quite a bit of room there. So I might end up trying to use the driver's side for my upper link.
Okay. I like it.
I don't hate it. So that's what I'm thinking about right now.
Are they going to get the links are going on your axle, huh?
What do you mean?
Like this is going to get welded to your axle?
Yes. The tower.
The one that you just got back?
The 44.
The axle?
Yes.
You haven't told the people that you got your axle.
Well, that's because you were talking about your steering.
Well, I know.
I'm going to let you get your pains out.
Oh, they're fucking. I'm about to get in like I'm still in like, hey, yeah, just trying to figure this out. Now I'm going to be like, dude, I'm fucking done with this bullshit. But like, nobody going to help you when you're like that. So what do you do?
Yeah.
Like if you're an asshole on the phone, you just fuck off because I'm not going to deal with you. So I just don't know how to convey my like, dude, I am 6 miles over this shit. I am literally about to like put this thing up your ass.
Just gonna drive it in the garage and park it.
I hadn't moved from the fucking driveway since it got unloaded off the trailer.
Today's the first time you started it?
Yep.
Wow.
Because I literally am just so pissed at this whole steering thing because
I get that.
Should work.
Right.
I couldn't even spend more money on it if I wanted to buy
Except
something.
for buying that pump.
Yeah, but
the fancy pump.
Why?
You're not supposed to have it. You're not supposed to have to.
Like,
yeah.
I don't get it.
Something's not just not right. So,
story of my life.
I hear you.
So now that we had to revisit that again, You got a very special visitor this week.
Well, you see what had happened was I was sitting at the house on Friday and I was like, it'd be sure nice if my axles were here.
Yes, it would.
And so I pulled my phone out and I was like, 563-583-5363. And I put the phone up to my ear. Somebody answered and I was like, Complete Off-Road, this is Steve. How can I help you? And then somebody else started laughing. That's how that went down. And then voila,
they showed up
6 hours later. They're at my house. Isn't that the greatest?
It's not bad. Shipping option. Is that shipping option available on the website?
Not generally.
Can you ask for that in the comment section?
I mean, maybe.
Order notes. Hand deliver.
Hand deliver.
Thank you. Okay, thanks. Bye.
I think if you happen to be in the right place at the right time and you're very lenient about when your shit shows up.
Or you have a podcast.
Maybe. I don't even know if that would really help.
Is it the notoriety of this podcast that got you free delivery? You're the podcast guy.
I don't know. I don't feel like that's what got it.
Okay.
I think it was just like I was very lucky and Chris was,
was he in a good mood
maybe.
when you talked to him?
Apparently.
Did you just get back from lunch?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, we just got done eating pizza.
I'm in a giving mood after I eat.
Yeah. That could have been it. Yeah.
About 2 hours later, you're like, fuck.
That's probably what he was thinking when he was loading that in the back of the vehicle.
Was it just him and his wife?
And his son.
Oh, how old's his son?
16?
Of lifting age, I get you.
Just at.
Perfect.
Yeah.
16, there's a lot of back left.
You get the muscles.
On a 16-year-old for lifting stupid, dumb shit.
Yeah, he was definitely helping.
Perfect.
So we dropped the 44.
Dad, let's be real here. We've all done it. Yeah.
So,
like a Chris, good drop or a little thud?
Is like
a good
3
one.
feet.
Got it.
Okay. Waist.
Your face said it all.
Almost 3 feet.
Yeah.
It was only one side, mostly. I think when it hit the ground on my side also, I lost it. Chris was backing up. And so, in all fairness,
what was
the driveway is full of shit, right?
Oh, well, that's
Jeep, Cutlass, Jeep.
Yeah, it's an obstacle course to get to your garage.
Then the wife's Jeep was there too. And then on top of all of that, I had a full semi sitting in the driveway being polished.
Even better, yep.
Yeah, so there was not a lot of walking room, and Chris is trying to walk backwards.
Oh, you made him walk backwards?
I didn't make him. He just voluntarily took. I think he knew that side didn't have the pumpkin on it.
So he thought he'd be the nice guy.
Oh no, it did have the pumpkin.
Damn, you gave him the pumpkin and made him walk backwards.
I didn't make him walk backwards. He just grabbed it and started taking off. And I asked him before we got to the semi. I'm like, well, Chris, why are you the one walking backwards? He's like, oh, it's okay, and just keeps walking. And,
famous last words right there.
We get to the drives, and he's trying to navigate between the fender on the semi and the sharp metal edge on the XJ, by the taillight.
Yeah, he didn't want tetanus.
Yeah, he's trying to he's trying to hold this box that weighs 100 and something pounds on his end.
What'd you have in a box?
It was in a box.
Who boxes like a cardboard box?
Chris boxed the axle up in a rough country bumper box. It was full box, foaming around it, boxed, delivery.
He wasn't putting no nasty ass axle in his fucking vehicle.
Exactly. And so he it was all boxed up. So we're walking, and then he's it starts to slip, and he repositions and grabs a better hold of it. And about that time, the box just the bottom of the box just folds.
Yeah, he's holding the box, and
it turns into a V, and he's like, whoop.
Is that the noise he made?
I don't know. All I heard was donk. I was like, well, are your feet in the way of that? We're good.
No, ow. Okay, we're good.
Yeah. I just looked and I was like, just leave it there.
Now it's a scratch and dent sale.
Yeah.
I'd complain to his manager or something.
You should.
Dude threw your shit on the ground. What kind of customer service is that?
After you hand delivered it.
Yeah, but then you selected that as an option. So that's it's not your fault.
But it's pretty cool though. It was cool they came and dropped it off. So if you're not yet again on the Trail Riders page, you're missing out, because that's where all the good stuff happens. And he zinc coated my what is it?
Your pinion yoke.
The pinion, the seal cover thing for the pinion yoke, and then also the pinion support.
Yep.
All three of them yellow. I think they call it yellow.
I'm calling it gold because it sounds baller.
Does it?
Yeah, gold plated sounds way cooler than zinc plated.
Yeah, you're right. Gold plated.
Yeah.
So now it's Now it's bougie blue and gold.
Bougie blue and gold.
That's the other thing you guys missed on the Trail Rider
I
page.
love how people think that I'm going to get all mad with bougie blue. And I like the color. I just don't like when you call it bikini blue because it's the stupidest
Don't like
fucking
the
name
name.
for color.
So we changed it.
Bougie blue is hilarious.
Bougie blue. Thanks, Andrew. Always getting something fun. Yes. Thanks for the new name.
Who's all going to the Trail Riders ride?
Chris is on the going, but he's still on the fence on what days he can make it. He's got a snowmobile something or other burger on Sunday.
Okay.
Like in a thing that he has to be to at home.
Okay.
And so he said that if anything, he might be able to try to come down Thursday and wheel Friday and Saturday and then head home Saturday night.
What's your plans? Are we going to wheel all day Friday?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, we could. I think the event's set for Saturday and Sunday.
That's what I didn't know we were doing much on Friday.
Well, but he said he would just, he'd go down just to do it. Like, I mean, if Chris is going to be there, I might try to make it over there.
That's what I'm
I don't know. I don't think. And then I think Rick tried to get a cabin already.
Thought he said he got a campsite.
Oh, we got a campsite.
Yes.
Okay.
34.
Oh, you know what? I heard somebody say that.
So for those who don't know, because you're not on the Trail Riders page,
Again,
we have a Total Off-Road podcast.
Trail Riders Run.
Trail Riders Uporium Run.
So again, go get on Trail Riders so you can find this stuff out.
So you can get in that. We're doing, free hot dogs. Cook them yourself.
Those are going to be Nathan's Famous.
No.
Well, Costco might be open.
I literally just want to throw a hot dog at somebody that asked me for the free hot dog. I'm like, oh, you said there were free hot dogs. Boom! Cold hot dog to the side of the face. And there's your dinner. So shut up.
There's your hot dog. So we've got currently 11 going, 11 maybe, 8 more
Who's
invited.
11 going? Give us the number.
The 11 going is Reed Miller. I'll just give them first names. Reed, Jeremy, Doug, Jake, Derek, Rick, Chris, Alan, Mike, the other Jeremy that's hosting, and Matt Lee. Did you write that down?
Nope.
Okay. And then the maybes are Steve Summers.
Jesus.
The maybes are Bobby, Lincoln, Chase, Kevin, Growy, Mitch, Daniel, Matt Hayes, Eric, and Adam Byrne.
I cannot wait to wheel with Matt Hayes.
Really? Why?
It's going to be awesome.
Have you not?
His rig is so cool.
He doesn't keep up with the podcast.
Damn.
He can't.
He could. He's
like,
just a government employee that claims he's busy.
I'm busy.
I'll do all the work.
Put your wine down and turn on the podcast.
You don't even put pants on to go to work.
I'm pretty sure Matt said that he doesn't keep up. He's in the 30s, but he's not all the way up here. So eventually,
get to this.
Maybe by the time that we get to the Trail Riders Run, he might get to this.
We'll get a text one day that's like, "Fuck you guys, I do put pants on." No, you don't. You don't have to lie. We know what the government does.
Exactly.
Yeah, hopefully people can make it out to that. It should be good. I'm gonna hope that the shit pile orange thing, junk ass piece of beep, is done by then.
Yes.
I mean, literally all it needs is front axle shafts and the drive shafts put in the front.
Seemingly that wouldn't be that hard to do.
No. The biggest problem is I'd really like to fucking steer worth shit. I mean, I'll wheel the son of a bitch how it is. Don't get me wrong. But I'm gonna be pissed all day. But you know what? What do you fucking do?
Yeah.
I got to cut the shit out of the fenders because they need a little bit more room to work. When are you going to start reassembling this beautiful zinc-plated bougie blue axle?
Well, I would do it sooner than later, but I also sent more parts back with Chris to have them zinc-plated.
Okay. So you're now prolonged.
Just not by a few days. They should be here early, like middle or late this week, maybe early next week.
I need to put some deadlines on you here.
What I put a 30-day deadline.
30 days. Is that
30 days?
How long until the run?
Less or more than that.
25 days.
Oh God. Well, from right now, 32. Like from podcast time.
3, 4. You got 4 weeks.
I know.
Okay.
So it's the 17th, and today podcast time is the 15th.
Okay.
and there's 30 days, so it's 32 days.
Okay, so you should just plan on
Jesus.
20.
You're not lying. I thought 30 was like a good like.
No, it's not.
Nope. I was like, oh yeah, I'll do 30 days. I have like 10 days extra.
Nope, plan on 20.
God, 20 days. That's tight.
It's but time to fucking put up or shut up.
That's tight.
You can do it.
Maybe.
Nope.
I'm gonna need some help.
Well, let me put it this way.
Okay.
You're going to have to find a seat if your shit's not done. Because my wife said she wants to go wheeling.
I bet Jeremy will give me a seat.
What if nobody gives you a seat because they want your shit done?
I'll take the KJ.
What if we... I would say I'd steal the tires off of it. You have like 14 more sets.
You bring a trailer.
I'll take your fucking drive shaft out.
Good. Needs U-joints anyway.
I'll torch it in half. See if we go out and go brrr. Like, yes, the drive shaft has been torched in half.
I show up in the Shine van. Hi.
I'll torch. Doesn't have fucking axle or drive shaft. I'll torch some CV shafts.
There you go.
You will not be able to. Your wife, sorry, she won't be able to go anywhere. You're gonna have to take the XJ.
Boy, it seems like it'd be easier to help me get it together.
Seemingly, it would. See how that worked? All right.
So yeah, I need to
get some tube work done.
I got to get the axle together. So I'm probably going to do this week, if I have some downtime, I'm going to try to get the axle shafts, the front shafts, get the U-joints in those, pull the U-joint off the front drive shaft. The biggest thing I need to do is try to figure out how I'm going to I need to get some help from somebody and get the front axle slid back underneath of the XJ.
Mm-hmm.
And then get up on jack stands and then put the jack stands on cinder blocks or something.
Okay.
What I need to do is get the front axle up to bump stop.
Okay.
Or maybe even like 1.5 inches or 2 inches higher than bump stop.
Yep.
So like completely maxed out.
Yep.
And then I need to take that tower and set it on top of there where I think it's going to go and find out how much I need to trim off that tower to make it fit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what needs to be done. Mm-hmm. Then once I figure that out, get all that measurement in place, pull the axle back down, lay a piece of 3/8 plate over the top of the truss, drill a big old hole in the plate first for the ARB, or not ARB.
Whoa, you make some upgrades?
no,
Damn,
downgrades.
Downgrades.
I got Yukon. Fuck Herb.
Herb. They're pretty nice.
My air lockers. I need to make room for that. And then the way Chris and I are talking about it, if I do it on the driver's side and I do a 3-link, I can put that 3-link like right over where the air locker, the port is, or the the line goes in.
Yep.
And it'll protect it. So like I can run the airline right up inside this thing.
Yep.
Zip tie that airline right to the 3-link and go right back to the frame. Like that'd be a good way to do it.
How's the airline connect to that fitting? Does it go like
it's a quick connect?
So it's like the push and lock. I was thinking.
I'm pretty sure
this. Could you run like 3/8, not 3/8?
Yes.
Definitely not 3/8.
Quarter.
Could you run 3/16 stainless braided like PTFE hose for your airline? You're not gonna fucking break it. You're not gonna pinch it.
I didn't think about that.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it obviously you could run it with just
so
poly.
Then what you run that down to like right at the axle and then thread a quick connect onto that and then like a little airline
or just figure out what I don't know what your like I said I don't know what your fitting looks like, but just I mean they make AN adapters for all kinds of shit.
And just legit wow. Boy, that'd be trick. Chris, I know you're listening.
You always hear people ripping
go back in the
poly lines off.
Yeah.
On the trail and keep, I mean, literally you'd have to keep a fucking brass bar fitting to fix it.
Right.
Which is cheap as fuck. The poly hose, cheap as fuck. But like,
I'm going to go one step above.
I baller things, apparently.
I'm going to get some airline that's just slightly larger. So like the ID of the airline that I'm going to buy is slightly larger than the OD of the airline that I'm using, which the OD on it's like 1/8 inch. It's tiny, 3 to 4 millimeter.
Yeah, that's all you need. Yep.
I'm going to buy a piece of airline that's a little bit bigger and I'm going to sleeve the whole airline from the valve to the axle. And then I will, zip tie all that into place. So like the odds of it then getting damaged are far less because now it has an airline wrapped around it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I totally get it.
Yeah.
That's what I was just
That's
thinking.
my goal.
That was my thought with the like
sheath it,
stainless
so
braided.
Yeah, that'd be slick. That'd be cool. like just like a brake line. I don't see why you couldn't do that.
I don't make the rules,
Huh.
but I just come up with really expensive ideas. Sorry.
Do they make a 3/16 PTA or whatever?
That's what I got for my brake lines.
3/16. That's pretty small.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. That'd be trick.
I mean, you could run whatever size hose. You could run fucking 1/4-inch hose.
Like, yeah.
You're just going to take more volume to fill up the hose.
See, I got to figure out the rear. So the front's easy now
Mm-hmm.
because if I run it to that link,
You just run it down a link bar.
run a link bar. No
right
problem.
by your brake lines.
Yeah, just run it right over to like where the brake lines are at, and then just up into a valve wherever you put the valve, whether it be inside the cab or whatever.
Yep.
Like pretty easy, no chafing, no binding, no nothing.
The rear,
Very little flexing.
You have a center drop brake line on the rear, so just run it down the brake line.
So just get it onto just kind of loop it onto the axle, pin it down to the axle with those little retainer clips, and then just get on that brake line and zip tie the brake line. I don't hate that idea.
I just trace the brake line with it all
that's
the
a
way
good idea.
across and up and
I
I mean,
That'll keep it out
let's
of
be
harm's way.
honest. When was the last time you ripped a brake line off?
Never.
So it's obviously in a decent
melted
location.
one.
Well, that happens.
You used it as the ground for the welding.
It happens, bro.
It's a dumb decision.
But yeah, I would just trace your brake line with it.
Yeah.
Because you rip a brake line and an air line off, you're going to really be more upset about the brake line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, well,
I don't care about that poly line. I've got the shit to fix that. It cost me $3. That brake line isn't going to be a fucking issue.
Yeah.
I mean, you just pinch her off and you got brakes on that half of the fucking
Hopefully,
vehicle and hope your front brakes
And
work
since
really
I got
good.
since I got those cool Artec jug holders, I'll have some brake fluid on hand.
Yes.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, you could do it out of stainless braided. It would just be expensive.
Be worth it though.
You tell me, man.
I think it'd be worth it. That'd be awesome.
It's the same reason I went full stainless braided brake line on the entire buggy.
I'm hoping that I can get the air lockers in there without damaging that copper line.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
There's been so many people that are dumber than you that have done it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
really though? Are you sure?
Are you the stupidest person to ever put an air locker in an axle? No.
Probably
so
not.
I'm just saying, think of it that way.
Yeah, you could be right.
There's a lot more, and they probably put a video on YouTube of it too.
Yeah.
So
what's the 9-inch? The 9-inch, the copper line comes out of the air locker and goes like, it comes out of the right where the bearing's at, right? And it has to come up and go up around the bearing cap, and then tuck into into the housing. And so like when you're tucking it into your, like rolling it in, that's what's tough about it.
Yeah, you just take your time, see what happens.
Yep, we'll get it.
Yep.
What time we got?
$1.10.
$1.10. You'll
1:10.
roll into the last.
Let's
call.
roll in there.
All right. What are we drinking today?
Weed. You want me to tell him?
Yep.
You want me to give him the deets?
Can you read that?
Oh my God.
Says
This is so
something
cool.
new.
Triptych and Riverlands collaboration. Nu Troll Stout.
Nu Troll Stout. NUTROLL.
Made by Triptych Brewing Co. in Savoy, Illinois. With, I'm assuming, Riverlands Brewing Company.
I guess so.
Doesn't say.
Says collaboration.
Says it's an imperial stout featuring peanut butter, marshmallows, caramel bits, and vanilla.
I thought
Seems
you'd
like
like that.
my beer. Let's see. The deets are as follows: 11.2%.
A little hot.
She's hot.
She should be hot.
Do the honors, sir.
It shouldn't be too hot. It was in the freezer.
Not mush. It's insulting to call that
How long were
mush,
you
so-
sitting around waiting for that?
Oh, well, actually, I just came up with it, but I like it. You're going to pour it quick.
God.
Holy shit, that is motor oil dark.
Jesus.
Boy, I like dark beer,
my
but
God.
that's like somebody forgot to turn the lights on dark beer. Holy Lord.
That poured like the damn sauces from Burger King.
Holy Lord.
You got a flashlight? I
do right
bet you
here.
can't. I'll bet you can't see light through the other side.
I bet you're probably accurate.
Jesus, that's dark. There's no way. Can you see the
Nope.
flashlight?
No, fuck no, you can't. Look at that. Look at nothing.
You can't even see it an inch away.
You can't see not shit.
How are we looking on our pour
Ah,
here?
it looks great. Let's fucking finish her off.
I don't want to.
All right,
We'll
well,
put some in your cup.
put it in, I guess.
Okay. Jeez. That's straight syrup.
Yes.
Well, you like syrup. I brought you some syrup in a can.
I'll drink it. I'm sure it's
My
delicious.
God.
She's dark though, huh?
No, so Mike Wolf gave us this. He said
this
that
is
we
out
like
of his
it.
private collection.
This is out of his, yeah, I guess you call it private collection. Wow. Did I talk about the common 8-lug thing?
Nope. Now it's time. We're going to flip it from guest intro to the last call section. Why'd you write that in guest intro?
I thought it was a good spot for it.
Okay. All right. I mean, you do you, bro.
I was going to talk about it, and I think you still had something going on.
I was probably still ranting about my shitty steering life.
So last week, I said something about there being like a common use. I was talking to somebody, or I was like, there was a conversation. I remember it, but I don't remember where. And it was about like, goddamn. Oh, you tried it. That's already. Epic. Is it?
Well, don't put a beer in front of me and expect me not to drink it. Sorry to interrupt you.
It smells amazing, like straight peanut butter and
smells
caramel.
Just like it tastes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's dangerous.
Yes.
Oh heavens! Oh, that is your beer.
It's me in a can.
Are you getting the metally?
I love it.
Are you getting any of that metal taste? It's just me.
Metal?
Yeah.
Nope.
It's that stout taste.
Oh.
Huh. That's still good. I feel like it tastes more like a porter.
Let me paint this picture.
It's probably because it's so cold. I bet if it warmed up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little colder than it should be.
Yeah. Yeah, probably 10, 20, 10, 15 degrees at least.
What if you took that
and
aged it in a bourbon barrel?
It'd be extra hot.
Oh my
like God. Ungodly hot and ungodly rich. Would you really want to? It would be like drinking the damn tiramisu. Always room for dessert.
Is there a problem with that?
It's
loaded.
Can you imagine like drinking a whole can of this?
No.
Like, dude,
I'm gonna be hammered by the time I drink half of
I'm gonna have to like call an Uber.
Yep.
God, that's rich. And it drinks like it looks.
It drinks hard.
Thick.
Yeah.
Is that motor oil? Why, yes. Yes, it is.
It's delicious, delicious, delicious motor oil. The worst part is Mike's not even current with the podcast. He's not going to know about this.
He's close, but he's not current.
Pump it up. Pump it up.
Pump it up. So anyway, back to me trying I'm trying to get to the end of this.
Go ahead. Story. I'll let you. Now that I can sit over here and drink by myself.
I was talking about 8-lugs being like common. So somebody was using 8-lug on their rig, their trailer, their truck, so they can take a tire and move it from one place to the other if need be. And the person I was like, I couldn't remember the conversation I heard it from. And I was watching Dirt Every Day, working from home with Fred Williams. And I couldn't remember that. But Patrick, that's on the Trail Riders page, he like shot me a message. He's like, yo.
Fucking A, bud.
He's like, yo. And Patrick, I'd say your last name, but I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it. Seuss? I don't know. Seus. You know who you are, Patrick. Yeah, he hit me up, sent me a message. He's like, oh, I'm pretty sure it was Fred. I was like, oh yeah, like that's where it was at. Now I remember. See, this is what happens when you consume too much content and talk to too many people. What are you doing?
Looking at a thing.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out which hose goes to where on my steering thingamajigger.
Okay.
Now I figured it out. But the diagram was upside down, so I had to do one of those, like, let me hold the picture upside down.
I thought you were like taking a video of me. No. I'm like, what are you doing? Okay.
No. I was trying to identify which hose goes where.
Okay. Did you figure it out?
I figured it out.
Is it wired correctly?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Damn. Who sent you that just now? Or like, why did you also?
Somebody asked.
I got you.
Somebody said something about one of the hoses looks like it might be pinched, like crimped wrong and pinched shut or some shit. I'm like, well, I can tell you that it looks odd in the video, but it's not in real life.
Oh, really?
I crimped them all myself and
been successful in the years past.
It's crimped to a die. I mean, it's to a, like, you can't over crimp it unless you use the wrong die.
Right.
Which
you didn't.
I didn't change dies. So
they would all be over or under crimped or optimally.
Yeah, but they're not. I mean, I don't know. I've never had a problem crimping hoses, and I've been doing it for like 10 years. So not to say it doesn't happen.
Not
but
that you're not a pro.
I've done a couple.
Yeah.
But looking at it, it looks odd. But I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know.
I was just double checking things because at this point, I will check anything.
Right. I'm open to suggestions.
Oh, God. I really just want somebody to listen to this podcast that's a fucking wizard and like, oh my God, you will pay me to inspect your buggy? So, at this point, I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, I just need some fucking wizard.
Oh, yeah.
To be like, bring it by. I'll drop it off at 7 o'clock, whatever time you open. And thank you.
So in case this is the intro to the podcast,
you're welcome. You're got about 5 more minutes, and that's all I'm giving you tonight.
We just had a technical difficulty, and the recorder shut off.
Piece of shit.
And Lord willing, we'll have the recording for the last hour and 20 minutes.
If it doesn't,
it's gonna be annoying.
Sorry about you.
They're gonna be very upset when you give them a 30-minute episode. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
We'll fix it. We'll make it happen.
Yep, we'll figure something out. We'll record again tomorrow night. Oh, the wife will be upset.
Yep. So that's all I got. I need somebody to start the inspect my buggy program.
I need to. Apparently, in the next 20 days. I need to work on my list. I have a list.
No, not apparently. Like it literally, no bullshit.
Like I have no choice. I have no choice.
Dude, I'm not even kidding. Like if you don't get it done, we will just stage a protest at your place of residence.
We'll just bring all your tools and we'll just get it done while you're protesting.
That's not how protests work. I have to protest. I can't work at the protest.
I can't work. I cannot help do this.
I am protesting.
The protest that you didn't get it done.
I am here to protest the finishing.
Like I don't want to help the problem. I just want to bitch about there being a problem.
Yes. Do you not watch the news today? Fuck yeah, bud.
Fuck yeah, bud. I have a list. Right here. Okay. Jeep to-do list. Order steel for lower links. Have not done. Fabricate lower links. No. Lower link bushings. I talked to Chris about it, but yet have not ordered them just at this moment. Buy anti-cloning spacers, which is interesting.
I think there's a typo. Just a thought.
This is not like the Fodies don't have to be on, but it would be nice if they were. Right?
Yeah.
Right. So that falls under like polishing the rest of the wheels and all that stuff. Anyway, get anti-coning spacers for the Fodies for the race lines. Fabricate the third link. Buy third link parts. I think those maybe need to be switched. And then I need to do the bastard pack rear springs, install the 9-inch center section, and then reassemble the 9-inch U-bolts, front drive shaft U-joint, axle U-joints, and then also reassemble the 44. That's probably the short list. I'm sure as I get into that, there's more shit that I haven't thought of.
Yep.
But that's what I need. The thing
those
are things that need to be done. So like I need to put the 44 back in. I get the 3-link figured out. And then everything else should just kind of go back in the front because it's all the same. Like I didn't change anything. And then as soon as I get the front back together, I'm going to pull the big jack stands out, throw them under the back, drop the 9-inch, rebastard pack the leaf springs. But that's a day. Like a day to rebastard pack, like repack the leaf springs, put them back together, new U-bolts, slam it all up back on its whole.
You don't have to go to work though.
I don't?
No.
Huh.
I can just...
Can you float me some money?
No, but I'll vouch for you.
Can you pay for daycare?
No.
How about groceries?
Nope.
Power bill?
Nope.
Van payment? Polishing stuff?
Put it this way. They're not going to shut your power off because you got a kid. You ain't going to repo your car. I mean, you got like 2 to 3 months.
Oh, okay.
They're not going to do it. And then you can miss a couple payments.
Okay. Or
the credit company don't like that. I mean, like your credit score will get fucking...
I can just put in a 5-day work week.
I mean, you could. It's an option.
This time.
Or just don't go to work.
I just need to work on the Jeep instead of like fiddle fucking around on the Trail Rider page.
Take your phone and turn it off and put it in the house.
That's what Ian does.
Yeah, it's great. I get a lot done sometimes.
I'll bet.
When I sit there and fuck off and watch YouTube and do my phone, nothing.
Nothing.
I just leave it in the house.
Yep.
All the things.
All the things.
I wander around until I find something. I think it'll make it.
The recorder has died like 4 times now. It needs new batteries. Ian's like protesting battery input.
I don't think I have any more batteries because I feel like we just said the other day that we we got to get some batteries.
Oh, really? How about a watch battery? I have a watch battery.
I'm just going to wire a fucking car.
I just don't
battery
understand why it
into
needs
it.
batteries. Either
It's
way.
plugged in.
I know. It's the dumbest shit
Whatever.
ever.
Okay. So now I'm just annoyed. I'm going to slam this beer
Oh, God.
like a bush light.
We're not slamming the. We're going to have to do office talk because I still got like a full beer.
Okay. That's all I got. Bitch, no steering. If this is the podcast, you're welcome. If not, you're fucking welcome. I'm so pissed about steering right now. It's not even funny.
And then the recorder over here.
And then this piece of shit,
dick.
non-battery needing battery having mother trucker.
Why do we have a plug-in if it needs batteries?
Yeah, like I might as well not even plug it in.
I don't think that like should be a thing.
Piece of shit.
Anyhow,
Probably made in America.
I got to get some shit done.
Yes. The recorder's tired of your shit. It's like, dude, would you just shut up and go work?
The recorder's like, I've been listening to the same shit for 40 weeks. I'm over it.
Fucking tired of recording your bullshit. Okay, so you've got 20 days to get your shit done.
All right.
So next week, we will see where you're at.
Okay.
We'll give us a status update.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Okay, thanks for stopping by.
Tune into this week's midweek mini.
Friday morning.
You're going to love it.
It's going to be epic. It's probably the most epic thing that's ever happened in the studio.
I'll give you a hot tip.
You already gave them tips earlier in the podcast.
I did?
You talked about the beer porters like the Burger King sauce.
Oh, God.
And that's your tip.
Oh, I was going to, yeah, that'll work.
That's all they need.
That's all they need. And go check out www.totaloffroadpodcast.com. Go check out total_offroad_podcast on Instagram. You can check out my page, low_KEE_XJ on Instagram. Check out Ian's page, offroad_Ian. Also, like and subscribe, leave us a review. Check out the YouTube, Total Offroad Podcast on YouTube. Anything else?
Nope.
That's all?
Yep.
Okay. And we'll catch you on the trail.